Zipper in the back again. This is kind of a follow-up to the video I did last night, in which I gave a rather scathing review of the first 3 issues of Godzilla Kingdom of Monsters. Nothing has happened in the last 24 hours to change my opinion on that subject. However, I did do something that perhaps would have lessened my rage had I done it earlier. And that was to pick up this. This is Godzilla Gangsters and Goliaths. I liked it! It's better! Oh my god! Oh my god! It is so much better! It's so much better. It's... oh, wow. It's decent. It's not excellent. It might become excellent. It has the potential to become excellent. This one issue by itself, you can't really judge a comic story based on a single issue, but the story looks like it has promise. The writing is handled capably, and I cared about the characters, at least one of them, and it held my interest. It does the correct thing. It disassociates itself from anything related to Godzilla Kingdom of Monsters. It might take place in the same timeline as Godzilla Kingdom of Monsters, just further down the timeline. It's not made clear. I revel in that ambiguity because I take any opportunity to disassociate this from this garbage that I possibly can. It's a story that's told in a much more cinematic way. The text boxes are designed to establish how we should receive the characters from panel to panel. There is actually a monster fight in the very first volume. This doesn't take place in the same continuity as Kingdom of Monsters. At least it doesn't take place at the same point in the timeline, because there's already an established monster island. All the monsters that this comic has made us aware of are currently there, and there are monsters such as King Ghidorah that haven't been introduced, and, well, Mothra for that matter, that haven't been introduced in Kingdom of Monsters yet. So either this is a different timeline or a further point down the timeline. And so we get a 2-page fight between Godzilla and Mothra, and it's actually pretty good. We actually have a stare down moment. It's pretty awesome between Godzilla and Mothra. Most of the story revolves around a detective who has been kidnapped by gangsters, the Japanese mafia. They create a somewhat compelling story, if somewhat cliched. It's he's trying to avenge his partner. He's fighting to stay alive because the mafia has basically ordered him executed, and that's why he's out on the boat being chased by gangsters. He escapes from the boat. They took him out to sea to get rid of him. He escaped from the boat, and he got onto Monster Island. He tricks he tricks the gangsters into accidentally calling attention to themselves from Godzilla, and of course he immediately obliterates them. Mothra comes in, has a fight scene with Godzilla. We find out that he's being rescued by the Cosmos, who have sent Mothra to distract Godzilla, and the Cosmos are prepared to let him go on his merry way, but since his family is now in danger, the gangsters actively threaten his family. He instead decides to steal the cosmos, which we all know is a brilliant idea every time, and sets out to turn Mothra into a weapon to destroy the Japanese mafia. Now, first of all, this seems like a retread of every Mothra story ever made. But the thing is, the guy seems somewhat aware that this is a really amazingly bonehead move, but that he's just desperate enough to do that, and that makes him likable. He's fighting for the right reasons, to bring down the mafia and to protect his family, and he seems, a lot of the he doesn't say jack shit, but a lot of the narrative captions kind of tell us that he's the kind of guy he's the kind of cop that, he doesn't play by the rules. He's used to taking a lot of bonehead risks, and he's kind of MacGyver-esque enough to turn what seems like a bad risk to his favor. And that's a great way to establish a story. This is a clear example of how you write a first issue. You establish a character that we are interested in. You give us a reason to sympathize or at least be interested in the main character. You set up something interesting that will happen in the next few issues, and you also give us a feel for what's going to be like. You have him chased by gangsters, and you have a monster fight. All of this is in the first issue. All of it is handled very well. It's nothing spectacular, but it's got quality. It's decently written. And compared to this crap, any amount of quality is going to seem absolutely golden in my eyes. Okay, so you put this in here. You put these in here. This is Zipper in the back, just asking for a little quality control. That's all.